Hi, it's Sarah. Today I wanted to talk to you about limiting beliefs and how you can stop them for good. False or self-limiting beliefs are just another example of how we are our own worst enemy. We limit ourselves so much. We live in our heads and we come up with these beliefs or these ways to keep us from getting anything accomplished. This stops us from moving forward. This stops us from living our dreams. Because even though deep down we know we're good enough, smart enough, and capable, there still just seems to be something getting in the way, right? And that's what the root cause generally is. It is a limiting belief. The only way to get past these self-sabotaging behaviors, though, is to take action, and specifically intentional steps to free up the energy around self-limiting beliefs and to work to move past them. Today, in this mini video, I want to share with you 5 steps you can take, or 5 actions that will help you recognize and release self-limiting beliefs. The first is stop. And literally stop. Stop what you're doing and think about what you're saying and thinking. If a thought feels off about something, maybe you're being a little bit too judgy, maybe you're a little bit too opinionated, or you're having a reaction, then it's time to stop and examine this idea much closer. Is this perhaps linked to an old thought pattern or a personal belief that doesn't really make sense now and doesn't really fit you? Second action is to be conscious of what you're saying. Are you possibly limiting yourself? Are you possibly looking at the situation from a limited point of view? Are you telling lies about yourself? If you're having one of those moments where something feels wrong and it feels like you shouldn't be going through this process or this situation, that means that something about it probably doesn't ring true. When you understand where the lie is, it becomes easier to know how to counter it. So if you're saying you're not smart enough, you're not tall enough, you're not young enough, you're not old enough, whatever that is, those are lies. But until we actually vocalize it, we may not know that that is the limiting belief that's holding us back. Another step you can take is to look for the proof. Is there any proof that this self-limiting thought is true, such as you're too young, you're too old? Let's examine the part you feel is a lie. For instance, you're too old. Here's where you need to take a step back from the situation if you can and look very impartially at what's going on. Is there any grain of truth in what you're thinking, or is it just an opinion or a belief? Another action you can take is to take control. If what you're thinking is a lie, such as you're too old, it's quite easy to counter this false idea or belief with the truth. So if you know that you're in fact not too old to be doing said thing, then change the narrative by proclaiming that you are not too old, that you are healthy enough, well enough, whatever it may be, to do it. For example, too, you might be thinking you're always late. Maybe you are in fact late sometimes. So to perform this step, you would need to recall various instances when you were on time, yeah? By countering the lie, you're taking control of the situation and not allowing the limiting belief to have any power over you. Another thing I would recommend is you can ask for assistance or get help. Sometimes it can be challenging to remove limiting beliefs by yourself. In these instances, it could be very beneficial to talk to a friend, talk to a counselor, or talk to an energy worker. I help people move past limiting beliefs all the time. It's something that is necessary if we want to do deep healing, and it's also something we do in shadow work. There is nothing wrong with getting help, especially from someone who's in a position to be impartial too, for that matter. So if you're interested in this, you can definitely contact me. My information, of course, is always in the description box below. So self-limiting beliefs don't have to control your life. We begin by examining our thoughts, especially those that seem to hold us back. And when we do, we find that they are not in fact true, that there's a lot of false self-beliefs that we're holding on to that we can easily move past. And once you do, once you realize what they are and you let go of them, soon you will see a major shift in your life. I hope you found this mini video helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, you can find me at Sarahparkerthomas.com. Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki Blessings.